Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Please, if you've not subscribed, just hit on that red subscribe button. All right, we're looking at the instruction given by Uzodinma in Imo State, precisely over the current spread of COVID-19. And this measure, according to him, is adopted to see how they can control the spread of the coronavirus. But surprisingly, the market women have decided to react, and they are daring the state government. And right now, they are supposed to be on lockdown, but some of them are saying they can't continue with this again. And you know the reason why this cannot be accepted by those people. That's the only way. Most of the people who are reacting are actually those who are earning daily living. If they don't step out, they can't earn money. And guess what? There is no package, there's no provision for them financially. I think that's why they have decided to react. But before we go on, I have my colleague here in the house whom we are going to discuss this together. But first of all, let's look at the news. And the news have it that some market women, men and women in Imo State have vowed not to obey the fresh lockdown order by the government. The new lockdown is expected to take effect from today, as instructed by the governor, to stop further spread of coronavirus in the state. Our correspondent in Imo State, who interviewed some of the traders on Sunday, reported that the state government may not be having its way on the fresh lockdown, given the readiness of the trader to resist all government action. One Chika Uhioma, a petty trader at Amakua Modern Market in Owerri, in an interview said that the government should allow them to sell their wares and provide for their families, as they have no other means of livelihood. She added that the government has not done enough in providing palliatives to the people within this period of lockdown, and appeal that they be allowed to fend for their families. Also, in that same environment, a butcher in Amakua Modern Market, who pleaded anonymity, said that the COVID-19 case in the state were not real but politicized. According to him, the governor is feeding fat from the situation, insisting that there is no coronavirus in Imo State. He did a task force to get close to his table and see what would happen. And according to him, and I quote, he said, "What is the government trying to achieve by this unnecessary lockdown? Do they want hunger to kill all of us? We heard that they have been sharing palliative, but none of us have received even the 1 cube of Maggi from them. They take the relief materials and share them to their various families. These people are wicked. Let them allow us, and we shall take the loss into our hand." Those were the words he said. And another person also, who is a bicycle rider at Nkwoji Market, one Linus, described the COVID-19 case in Imo State and Nigeria at large as a scam allegedly perpetuated by the government to siphon money. He said that the government should be bold to tell the people the truth. Since the news of COVID-19 in the state, we have not seen in pictures the carriers of this virus, nor seen the dead bodies where they are being buried. We are wiser now. Government should stop playing on our intelligence. Mounting another lockdown in the state wouldn't work, because the people are angry. No food, no water, no palliative, and you are asking people to stay at home. And another person who was interviewed, who is dealing on beverages in Owerri, advised the government to allow the people to go about their businesses, since they are now aware of the measures in preventing themselves from contacting the virus. He said the task force should concentrate more on checking people who are not wearing face masks and not maintaining social distancing, especially at social gathering. Although she admitted that the virus is real, she, however, appealed that the people be allowed to go about with doing their normal businesses and still follow the rules of regular hand washing and use of face masks, because according to her, the virus has come to stay. It will be recalled that the governor in his recent live broadcast expressed his satisfaction on the violation of the safety measures against COVID-19 by the people and renewed the measure with effect from Monday 29. According to the broadcast, food markets and pharmaceutical are exempted from the lockdown as all other markets, including school, remain closed. The governor also charged the security agents in the state to strictly monitor people's activity and arrest those violating the rules for prosecution by various mobile courts in the state. It was also learned that the case in the state has allegedly increased to 290. Wow. And looking at this, my colleague is here and we want to talk about it. So many people have said different things, especially those who are daily workers. They have spoken, but the issue of it being real and not real, how true is it? Is it real?
COVID-19 is very real.
Very real, yeah, sure.
And it is fully in Nigeria.
Yes.
Very much in
Yes.
Nigeria. Let's
Yes,
not
that's
deceive
true.
ourselves. Yes,
Absolutely.
over time we have seen videos of some of these people in the north dancing as zonto, eating all manner of things and smiling and even doing somersaults, flip jumps in the hospital. Those ones are rare cases
Yeah.
of those who want to turn COVID-19 to a business center,
Yeah.
ATMs of some sort. But it doesn't take away the fact that COVID-19 is in Nigeria. It's
Exactly.
very real. I wouldn't advise anybody to take it.
Play around with it,
don't take it for
exactly.
levity because it has come, like the young lady has said,
Yeah.
it has come to stay just for us to, be more careful, stay safe, practice all the necessary. If there's as much as we can reduce our level of exposure of going
Yeah.
outside, we should just reduce it.
Yeah.
But if you can't avoid it, do the necessary thing and stay safe.
Okay, but there's something else that came up, and it was, I think, the last person that was interviewed. They said something very striking. The thing there is that COVID-19 has come to stay. We don't know when the international community, the World Bank, and scientists in Africa will bring out the solution to it. But the truth is that it's there. And guess what? Being there does not mean that we won't eat. We won't continue with our daily businesses and all of that, which means we need to walk around it and see how we can still be making progress, even as we are still protecting ourselves from it. Most people believe that, hey, they should allow us do things anyhow and all of that. I personally, I feel locking down the place is not good enough. Right now, the fear has reduced somehow. Lockdown was when the fear was everywhere, and we seem not to know how these things are being transmitted and all of that. It was as if it was one novelty virus that cannot even be prevented. But now we know how it can be prevented, So the issue of locking down again, it makes no sense to me. I don't know.
There's so many disadvantages.
Yeah.
One, I'm going to mention like 2 or 3. One of them is the fact that when you lock down, you don't have access to food, just like this daily workers are doing now. If there's no palliative.
No palliatives.
There will be hunger in the land. There will also be theft.
Yes.
High level of criminal vices will rise because at some point, if they can't eat, they will start stealing.
Exactly.
But the one that concerns me the most, other than all this they mentioned, is the fact that it will give rise to herdsmen.
Yeah, invading their villages.
Because
exactly.
if you said lockdown, everybody stays indoor. You don't go out. They have never locked down herdsmen before.
That's one of the things that we've not seen.
It's amazing.
You can be saying lockdown, and the next thing you see them with their cows.
You can't even seize the cow. You can't lock the cow. You cannot lock them. They will tell you, they live in bushes, they're not humans. These are the things, because if you say lockdown, these guys are in the village, and the bad part is some of the security personnel are not even in the village. They're not stationed in the village. So they're mostly in the city trying to see where they can extort and all that. So at the end of the day, these village people are now left at the mercy of these herdsmen.
Exactly.
By the time they call out for help, it's already too late. It's almost getting rampant in Abia, Imo State as we speak already. I've
seen a lot of videos. It's just that
pathetic, really.
We can't bring out those videos, but guess what? These guys are invading, and guess what? They are even by the roadsides now, going against some motorists and all of that. So I think the issue of lockdown should not be continued again. We've gone into the advanced stage of this whole fight against the COVID-19. I think the ideal thing they should do is, since the government cannot provide palliative, is for them to spend more time on sensitizing the people, telling them,
ensuring that they practice the safety measures.
The safety measures, exactly.
And what I also think is, if there's no lockdown, it will also give what we call awareness.
Exactly.
If people keep moving up and down, following the safety measures, it will also help them. It won't be so easy for herdsmen to come in and invade.
Exactly.
Because they are not prepared. This one, you're going out in the morning, you're expecting, as you see them on the road, you can easily raise alarm. People are already moving freely on the road.
Yeah, exactly.
The road is not deserted, so you can easily cry out for help.
Exactly.
But when there's lockdown, everybody's indoors. When you cry out for help, they probably wonder, why is she calling?
Yeah.
Or why is he calling? Maybe police have caught him, but not knowing that actually herdsmen.
Exactly.
So I feel that, right, like you rightly say, economy must grow. Economy must continue.
There's nothing you
if
can do
you
about
lock
it.
down the economy, you will pay the price eventually as the governor.
And unfortunately, there is no palliative.
That worsens the
You are not
situation.
providing anything.
Hunger virus is now coming in.
And then you want them to sit back and just keep dying and all of. So the headsmen are everywhere now, especially in the southeast. They have taken over a lot of the bushes in the southeast. I think if something is not done about it, it will get worse than even this coronavirus.
Yeah,
all right,
true.
well, that's where we're going to leave it. The people, I think right now the government should listen to the people, listen to them,
For once.
and hearken to some of their provisions, some of the things, suggestions that I are giving. Because I believe that, like the last person said, it has come to stay with us. So the best thing is, how can we walk around this thing and still be making progress? How can we walk, let our people know this thing is there and we are also still making progress? That's just it.
So that it doesn't look as if there's a revolution going on against the government. Because
Exactly.
if it does that, it's not speaking the mind of the government, the mind of the people anymore. And they may resist his authority.
Yes.
And I think it will not all go well at this position.
All right, that's where we're going to leave it.